I was minding my own business, looking at the real estate news, and saw a headline titled, "The Price is Wrong for Housing." This is coming from the Wall Street Journal. It starts with lower rates would make U.S. houses more affordable, just not affordable enough. It goes on about how the pandemic created this new demand for housing. There was all this free money, essentially how things landed where we are today. They refer to Case-Shiller's new record high in September, which is now 3.9% above the prior year. So we are almost to December, and they're quoting something in September. I've got thoughts. I have all kinds of thoughts. The first is that this person may not be aware of supply and demand. A lot of people focus on the microeconomics of it. This is the macroeconomics, the larger overall economy. The real issue starts with the fact that there has not been enough home building since the last bust. It's like 2007 through, call it 2011. All the construction that was going on then, which was largely fueled by speculation, pushed house prices high, created a bubble because it was not true demand, which then crashed, and obviously we know the rest. This is not the same set of circumstances. The pandemic escalated a situation that there were more people that needed homes than there were homes available to occupy. We went from having a loss of household formations and the boomers getting older and some of them downsized to now with the pandemic creating household formation in the form of jobs. And we had Gen Y or the millennials now suddenly needing housing because they became of that age. We are where we are. As far as making homes affordable, it is supply and demand. That is a market correction. It is not a crash. But let's be honest, supply has never been resolved. We are here and we will stay here until there are enough homes for people who need them to live. Sure, we can all go back and shack up and do multi-generational living and all that good stuff, but that is not going to quell a low of actual housing supply. We'll change that. All the permits and all the building that has been going on, those units actually being completed and coming to market. People who die because of old age or for whatever reason, not many people know this, but our population is in decline. The US, among many other nations, babies aren't being born here. So at some point, we're going to have an issue the opposite direction where we have more homes and we have people to fill them. This is just a perpetual ebb and flow of life. All these factors, the macroeconomics of it, are what comes into play. Barring like some major global economic crisis, the market crashes and everybody sells essentially what happened the last time around. There's no reason for that to happen. The pandemic wasn't enough to disturb the overall global macroeconomics of it. As long as people are still able to afford these homes, they will buy them and it will keep the prices high. And while we're at it, there is no metric that says that home prices fall during recessions. Last go around, they did fall, but the recession was largely an implosion of housing. Again, we had all those homes built purely upon speculation when there was no true demand to support all the buying activity. So we are back to where we are. Short homes. People still need them. People can afford them and they buy them. Inflation will help a little bit because fewer people will be able to afford them. That will slow down some of the buying, but it has nothing to do with the value. Unless there's some other issue, i.e. people can no longer afford to live where they want to buy a home because there are no jobs. The area is uninhabitable. There is no means to support an ongoing need for homes to be filled. It ain't gonna change. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And yes, I'm a realtor. And yes, we are overly optimistic and all that stuff. But this is the math of it. And I'm sure I will get some hate mail, but it is what it is. I've been a realtor for 18 years. I have seen some crazy stuff. If 40% of people, or whatever the figure is now, can buy homes with cash, there's no shortage of affordability. So if people have to go start moving to other places to be able to live, that will happen. And that will ease the rate of appreciation. It is not going to make it fall. If you have questions, you want to debate it more, call me, reach out. But don't keep waiting for a crash. You'll be disappointed.